Bha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Pradajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Pradajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe. Jaya Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Radhe. Jaya Radha Shama Sundar Radha Shama Sundar Radhe. Ya Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Nittai Gaura Haribol, 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 Haribol. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Om Jnana-virandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Thapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Sabarijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Niti Namine Shri Varshabhanavi Devi Dayitaya Kripabdaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Daine Prabhave Namaha Madhuryojjala Premadhya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murte Dinatarine Rupanuga Viruddhapa Siddhanta Dvanta Harine Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshat Vairagya Murtaye Vipralambara Sambodhe Adam Bujayate Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sachidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanugavarayate Gaura Virbhava Bhumestvam निर्देष्टा सज्जनप्रियः ऐष्टवः सार्वभौमः श्री जगन्नाथाय ते नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषै नमः। पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तु ते। जयतां सुरतोर्पङ्गुर्मामन्दमतेर्गति मत्सर्वस्वापदाम्बोजो राधामदनमोहनो दिव्यद्वृन्दारण्यकल्पद्रुमादः श्रीमद्रत्नागारसिंहासनस्थो श्रीमद्राधा श्रीलगोविन्ददेवो प्रश्रालविसेव्यमानौ स्मरामि। श्रीमान् रासरसारम्भि वंशीवटतटस्थितः कर्षं वेणुसनेर्गोपीर्गोपीनाथः श्रियेस्तु नः। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So the road blockage, huh? Yeah, it was. I came all the way from the Parikrama Marg. I went to Rukmini Vihar. Temple is there. There I had the Bhagavatam class. Then the devotee was driving. He was totally bewildered. Wherever he goes, there was a blockage. And I told, don't worry, Prabhu, you drop me. No, he was very enthusiastic to drop me all the way. I told, it's not going to happen. It's India, when the VIP comes, then it's like Bhagavan coming in. I told, when most important person, Krishna, when he comes, everybody is allowed to approach him. Rath Yatra, When here in material world, everybody, most important person means you cannot approach. Nobody. See, that is the problem. When she is about to come, president, everybody should go and meet her, isn't it? Now, to such an extent, they make sure that Vrindavan means nobody is there. Whole road is empty, nothing, traffic. He comes. What is the use of coming to Vrindavan? She should associate devotees, isn't it? What is the use of seeing God and going away? It's crazy. Very horrible life of being some politician or something like that. They cannot even walk on the street, do parikrama peacefully, be happy. If your importance is, your greatness is based on how people can approach you easily. That is called Saushalya. Anybody can approach Ram at any time. That is why Lord Ramchandra's quality is Saushalya. Anybody can meet him anytime, no appointment required. That's you are so approachable. That is how you measure the quality of a leader. Saushalya. That means your greatness should not be an obstruction for the other person to approach you. That is called Saushalya. Your greatness should not be an obstruction for the other person to approach you in whatever sense maybe. So that's called Saushalya. It is not there. Now, yesterday we spent time on discussing Nyaya Vaisheshika. the atomic theory, and also we had some discussion from the Vedanta Sutras where Nyaya Vaisheshikas are refuted, especially from the 11th Sutra of the second chapter, second pada, all the way till 17th. There is refutation of Nyaya Vaisheshikas. The atomic theory was refuted in these sutras, and later on, when you see the other sutras, they are refuting Buddhism. Buddhism is refuted in the sutras. So, just for some academic purposes, we should know the numbers where these sutras are refuted. You can see in the this thing. This is Baladev Vidyabhushan Prabhu's commentary on Vedanta Sutras, and you can see Adhyaya 1, Pada 4, then comes Adhyaya 2. There is one website called Wisdom Lib. You have many Gaudiya scriptures very nicely being translated and presented. Good translation and good presentation. You will see this Adhyaya 2, Pada 2, our internet.
Maharaj, which file should I open?
No, I'm just telling the file. Just note down this point, that's all. File, I'll tell you which file you should open. I'll just tell you. Just note down these points, that's all. From Vedanta Sutras, I have got 4 chapters, first, second, third, fourth chapter. And each chapter has got 4 padas. Now, Vedanta Sutras, the second chapter, second pada, the first 10 sutras, they refute Sankhya. And then, from 11th to 17th sutras, they refute Nyaya Vaisheshika. And then further on, Buddhism is refuted from the 18th sutra to all the way to 31st sutra or 32nd sutra. Jainism is refuted from 33rd sutra to 36th sutra, just for academic purposes, so that you know where in Vedanta Sutras are these philosophies refuted. And then I have already given you the file. Which sutra is explained in which verse of Bhagavatam. So when you think of Jainism, then you directly go to that verse of Bhagavatam. That's all, over. That's the technique. So you don't have to break your head with a Jain scholar. Anyhow, they don't talk to you until unless you give 2 lakh rupees to them. Yeah. That is how they build the temples. That's the way they build the temples. There is no study of Jainism anywhere. So you want to know Jainism, you read these sutras. The Jaina.
If there is no teachings and philosophy, what attracts people to Jainism?
Oh, what attracts people to Jainism? Their Acharya's strict renunciation. And also their hold on the community, very strong. If any Jain goes to somebody else and gives something, then he's excommunicated. They make sure they have that. And their bondage is business bondage. They're very strongly bound, this community. Of course, they are preached to those who are Jains only. There is no conversion to Jainism. They don't preach and then convert to Jainism. And their community is there. They maintain that community. They build temples. Make sure business links are there, nice business links, so that they maintain there. If you ask and go and ask a Jain, can you speak about Jain philosophy? No idea. But even if even a small kid in our society, you ask him, what is your philosophy? They chant shlokas and say something, isn't it? Anyhow, we don't want to talk about what happens there, that is immaterial. But Jain theory, for us, it's enough to know what is Jainism. According to Jainism, 2 points I'll speak and then finish off with Jainism. Number 1, the soul becomes as big as your body. If you are now, when you are a small kid, you are this much size, soul was this much. When you became big, soul also becomes big. And the elephant soul is bigger, the ant soul is smaller. And then for them, for every destination, you have a destination. There is no ultimate destination. For every destination, you have a destination. So these are the two major tenets which are very difficult to understand, presented in a simple way, that's all. So it's a wrong philosophy anyhow. So whenever you talk of refutation of atomic theory, Nyaya Vaisheshika, Buddhism and Sankhya, you directly go to Vedanta Sutras chapter number 2, pada number 2, text number 1 to 10 is Sankhya, 11 to 17 is Nyaya Vaisheshika, and 18 to 33 it is what? Buddhism, 32, and 33 to 36 is Jainism. Then come Pashupata. Pashupata, there is another Shaivism which comes. Then Shakta. Practically second chapter, second pada, the whole section, second chapter, second pada, Vedanta Sutras, it talks about refuting those grossly atheistic philosophies. That is Nyaya, Vaisheshika, Sankhya. Of course, when Sankhya is refuted, yoga is refuted. You don't have to have a separate refutation of yoga. We'll talk about today about that. Because there are 3 sutras which are there in the first pada of second chapter, where Sankhya is rejected and yoga is rejected. You see, in the Vedanta Sutras, this is the thing. Okay, now you have where things are refuted. Where the Karma Mimamsa is refuted, we'll talk tomorrow. If I give everything today itself, it will be too confusing. So you know Vedanta Sutras, 4 chapters. Yes?
May I ask you a question? I did not understand the ether element which you explained. How is that Nyaya Vaisheshika form the basis of Acharya of Buddhism in normal states?
Oh, yesterday we discussed that point. I think you missed it out. Nyaya Vaisheshikas, they are the acharyas for Buddhism, and they become the acharyas for the Lokaitikas and Vaibhashikas, and they become the acharyas for the modern science. So it's a parampara. The parampara of mental speculation, the parampara of not accepting authority. There is a parampara of not accepting authority. Like a teacher says, our philosophy is you don't have to listen to anyone. So what his disciple does, I will not listen to you. And then he continues the parampara of what? Not listen to authority. He tells his disciple, you don't listen to me. Or nobody should listen to anyone. So then he takes the parampara further, not listening to his. So many sampradayas are created. From Nyaya Vaisheshika, what was created? Buddhism. From Buddhism, what was created? 4 kinds of Buddhism. And from that came what? Jainism is bhai, his brother, his cousin kind of person, isn't it? But they all come under one cluster of Arambhavada or Asatkaryavada. They all reject ether as an element. All of them reject ether as an element. Where did it start from? Nyaya Vaisheshikas. And these Nyaya Vaisheshikas have what? Atom is the source of everything. So, and the process of realizing yourself is mental speculation. So this is a parampara. Atom is the source. But what that atom is, it went on changing. And mental speculation, that remained constant. You can do speculate and then say anything and it can be true. So yato mat, tato mat. So in this way, they are all belonging to one sampradaya. What is Sampradaya? Atheism. Better Buddhism. Buddhists at least they reject Veda and then say they proclaim we are atheist. But Nyaya Vaishishikas, they want to hide in the garb of Veda and then proclaim that we are theistic, but they speak atheistic philosophy. So you got it? How all are in one cluster in spite of they having different sampradayas, they belong to one sampradaya only.
Maharaj, the Arambhava is the same. Whatever you explained.
Who?
The Arambhavada.
Arambhavada. Okay. It will be more clear in today's class of Sankhya because Arambhavada, whose another name is Asatkaryavada, is the effect is not in the cause. You remember we have an example yesterday? When you put a seed, that becomes tree. No seed is no more existing. So tree, the effect becomes, the cause becomes the effect. And in such, the cause is no more existing once effect is manifest. Like, to give you an example, now Krishna has become this world, so now there is no more Krishna. Like the seed has become the tree, now there is no more seed. That is called Arambhavada or Asat Kriyavada. Now Sankhites, they refute this theory of Arambhavada or Asatkaryavada, and then they are the first proponents of first. Can you put in mute? Can you put when you put the devotee in mute? Yeah. Done. Okay. Still asked to unmute.
No, mute only.
Mute only. Muted.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. The co-host. She's co-host.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So now you got it, the difference between Arambhavada and or the Asatkaryavada and then today is the subject we will to discuss about it. So don't worry if you don't understand now. Ready for today's class? Sankhya. Let us see Sankhya. Panchajanya Prabhu. So you have to send these notes to everyone.
I have sent what you sent.
That is sent. A couple of more I'll send today for the morning. Couple of things. So that is from Sankhya. Sankhya refuted. Then. Yeah, I'm sending that also. Sending that. Now, I wanted to make some corrections because I wanted to give that notes which has the Bhagavatam verses also in that, instead of just having the Vedanta Sutras. Yes. So, Sankhya. Who is the propound of Sankhya philosophy? Kapila. And the Sankhya philosophy was propounded by Kapila. He has written Sankhya Sutras. And on the Sankhya Sutras, there is a commentary by one person known as Ishvara Krishna. So the Ishvara Krishna Sankhya Karikavali became very, very famous. became a very famous book. So that has become a textbook for everyone. Sankhya Karikavali for Sankhya. And also Vachaspati Mishra, he also wrote some book, Tattva Kaumudi. And Vijnana Bhikshu, Sankhya Pravachana Bhashya, that is also there. And there are certain books on Sankhya, and these are very famous books. Sankhya. Now, if you go to the notes, Srila Baladev Vidyabhushan Prabhu, he does one interesting prayer for all of us. Let's see what is the prayer which he does. Tamaha Sankhya Gano Dirna Idirnam Yasya Go Ganai Tam Sambit Bhushanam Krishna Bhushanam Samupasmahe. Samupasmahe. Tamaha Sankhya Ganodhirna. So, Srila Baladev Vidyabhushan Prabhu, he compares Sankhya philosophy as Tama. Tamas means ignorance, darkness. And he says Krishna, he compares Krishna to sun. So his sun decorated with all the transcendental knowledge. So I pay obeisances to Krishna, who is like sun, decorated with transcendental knowledge, and which with his effulgence dispels the deep darkness of Sankhya. Tam Sanvid Bhushanam Krishna. Tam Sanvid Bhushanam Krishna. Krishna is decorated with samvit, knowledge potency. So I meditate on Krishna, who is decorated with the knowledge potency. And also, when he rose, what happened? He came up with he dispelled the darkness created by Sankhya. And we also know that there are two Kapilas. Srila Prabhupada, whenever he had a talk on Sankhya, he spoke about atheistic Kapila and Devayuti Kapila. So, you should have pramana for it. You just cannot say there are two Kapilas, these two are different. And also, we say the Buddha, who is now become famous as Buddha, is not the real Buddha. Our God Buddha is also different. There are two Buddhas, you should have praman for it. The praman is very simple, geographical. The birth of Buddha, God Buddha, is described in Bhagavatam. Where was he born? Gaya, Ketakeshu. In the first canto, third chapter, when the incarnations, 24 incarnations of the Lord has been described, there Buddha is been described as born in Gaya. But this Buddha, Kapilavastu Buddha, Siddhartha Buddha, Sakyasima Buddha, he appeared in Lumbini. There is one place called Lumbini in Nepal. It is India border, Nepal, India-Nepal border. When you go from Bhairava, Sunoli, from there it is 15 kilometers. That is the place where this Buddha was born. Who is he? The Siddhartha Buddha, Sakyasima Buddha. In the same way, there are two Kapilas. And you have to have pramana for it. This is the pramana. Where are these two Buddhas, two Kapilas? Shvetashvara Upanishad. Shvetashvara Upanishad, 5th chapter, 2nd mantra. What is it? Yo yonim adishtatyeko vishwani rupani yonischa sarva nishim prasutam kapitiram yastamagre jnane vivarti jayamanam cha pashet. Yo yonim adishtatyekaha. Yo yonim adishtatyekaha. All the species, all the yonis are adishtati. Adishtati means He rules over them. Vishwani Rupani Yonischa Sarva. He is the father, Yoni, for Vishwani Rupani, all the forms. Yonischa Sarva. Rishim Prasutam Kapilam Yastamagre. Rishim Prasutam Kapilam Yastamagre. Agre, in the beginning, he became the father of whom? Brahma. Jnaner Vibharti. And he taught Jnana. He taught the truth. And Jayamanam cha Pashet. If somebody wants to see him, you have to glorify him. When you glorify him, you can see him. So who is speaking this? The Upanishads. So talking about whom? The Kardama, devotee Kardamas, devotee Kapila. So now in the Padma Purana, there are two verses. See that. Kapilo Vasudevakyaha Sankyam Tattam Jagadaha Brahmadevischa Devebhyo Brigvadibhya Tataivacha Tateva Surye Sarvam Vedarthair Pabimhitam Sarva Veda Viruddham Cha Kapilo Anyo Jagadaha Sankyamma Sure Namasmi Anyasmai Kutarka Paribrahmitam. Got it? Very simple. Panditji, can you explain the verse? You are doing Harinamamrita Vyakarana. Kapilo Vasudevakyaha. What is the meaning? Kapila, Vasudeva, who is also known as Kapila. Vasudevakyaha. Next. Yeah, take the mic. You should use your Vyakarana somewhere, isn't it? Read. Yeah. It's all only, I suppose. Yeah. Sankyam Tattam Jagadaha.
He told Sankhya Tattva, Jagadaha.
Jagada means what?
Jagada means like speaking Jagada.
Da means to give. What?
Jagada.
Jagada. Da means to give. Jaga means what?
Jaga means what?
To
the world.
Yes, to the world he gave. He gave the knowledge. Sankyam Tattam Jagada. Next.
Brahma Adipyasya Devotee.
Brahma and all the demigods. And Bhrugu Adibhyascha Tataivacha. Bhrugu Aditya and all these people, he gave the knowledge. Next. His disciple. Asura means his. Okay, go further. Vedarthe Rupabrimhitam. So he spoke the Sankhya philosophy to bring them closer to the understanding of the Vedas. Closer to the understanding of the Vedas. Next. There is one more Kapila. Who is he? What did he say? Sarva Veda Viruddham Cha. There is one more Kapila who spoke opposite to the Vedas. Sankyam Asuryanyasmai. He had a disciple. Who is also named Asura. Asure. And another Anyasmai means another person, Asuri. And who? Kutarka Paribrahmitam. This philosophy is full of false logic. So, two Kapilas, their prediction or description is given in which Purana? Padma Purana. So, you can read the translation also so that people will get it. Read the translation.
One Kapila Muni, who was named Vasudeva, spoke to Brahma and other demigods, Asuri Muni, Bhrigu Muni, and the other sages. A Sankhya philosophy in perfect harmony with the Vedas. Another person, also named Kapila, spoke a different Sankhya philosophy, contradicting the teachings of all the Vedas. He spoke these illogical theories to a different Asuri Muni. Therefore, because it contradicts the Vedas, and because its author is not a genuine spiritual authority, there is no fault in rejecting the Sankhya Smriti.
Okay. Got it? There are two Kapilas. Now, interestingly, you have Sankhya philosophy by atheistic Kapila, Sankhya philosophy by Krishna, Sankhya philosophy by devotee Kapila. So, are three one and the same or different?
Some same conclusion, same है महाराज, to the extent that it the soul से पहले का जो बात करते हैं वो सब same है, बाद में soul की existence जो बताते हैं वहाँ पर.
So, what is the difference between atheistic Kapila's Sankhya and Krishna's Sankhya?
The atheistic Kapila Sankhya, they are analyzing different material things, but they are not reaching to the conclusion.
Yeah, tell. Yeah.
Atheistic Kapila is analyzing all the material elements.
Yes.
But he is not reaching to the ultimate conclusion that who has created these elements.
Okay. So they don't accept the existence of God. They only accept Purusha and Prakriti. Now, Krishna also spoke about Purusha and Prakriti. Did he speak about God in the second chapter? What is the difference? Though Krishna did not speak about God in the second chapter, 11th verse till 30th verse. 11th verse till 30th verse. Krishna speaks about Sankhya. Second chapter, 11th verse, Natveva, starting from Asochanam Sochastam till the end. 30th. So this is Sankhya by Krishna. But he did not reject the existence of God. Now, is there any difference between Sankhya of Krishna and Sankhya of Kapila? Devotee Kapila. What is the difference?
There is a difference of the number of analyzing the elements. Because what is happening in third canto is this is by the Kapila, Kapila. In 11th canto, when Krishna explains to Dham, they also think this is Sankhya. But that analysis leads to some more elements. At the final number, 27 elements.
Okay, that is there. Just a question of adding soul, super soul, that's fine. Because this Sankhya, atheistic Sankhya accepts only 25 elements. They don't accept God. But what is the difference between Krishna's Sankhya and Devotee Kapila's Sankhya? The difference is Krishna's Sankhya is Jnana Mishra Bhakti. And Kapila's Sankhya is, he talks about pure devotional service also. So you have one verse in the Bhagavad Gita, second chapter, 39th verse. Eshate abhita sankhye buddhi yogatyam shunu. Where Krishna, he tells in the purport, Srila Prabhupada says, the atheistic Kapila's Sankhya has nothing to do with these two, Krishna's Sankhya and Devotee Sankhya. He says Devotee Sankhya and Krishna's Sankhya are one and the same. And after some time, after 3-4 lines, he says, even the present Sankhya, that is Krishna's Sankhya, is nothing to Devotee Sankhya, Devotee Kapila's Sankhya. Very strange. First he says both are one and the same. And then he says, Prabhupada says, both this subject, present subject, has nothing to do with Devotee Kapila's Sankhya. Why is it so? When he says both are one and same, it means what? Which verse in the Gita says both are one and same? Sankhya yogo pratagbala parodanti na pandita. Ekam sankyam cha yogam cha. Sankhya and yoga are both one and the same. And then he says there is difference. What is the difference? What is the difference?
There are two different paths.
Get the example. You're all Bhakti Shastri passouts. Give the example. Now Prabhupada in purport he gives the example. Finding the root of the tree and then watering the tree, isn't it? The process of finding the root of the tree is called Sankhya. Then watering the root is called Yoga, isn't it? So now if somebody says only bhakti, 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 and you don't know where to pour your water, where you have to pour your emotions. Bhakti means pouring emotions, isn't it? So you pour on the leaf and pour on on the fruits or somewhere. No, first you have to find out what? The root. And how found the root? The tree will dry because you don't pour water. First finding the root. The process of finding the root of the tree is what? Now the Sankhyites, they say the root doesn't have a root. Does the root have a root? No. And the root for the entire world is Pradhana. So you don't require God. Atheistic Sankhya. Now the theistic Sankhya, it says root is Krishna. That's the difference. Okay. So Sankhya is atheistic. Let us go further in our notes. Atheistic.
You said that Krishna in Bhagavad Gita it was Jnana Mishra Bhakti and then this devotee Kapila.
Shuddha Bhakti. Pure devotional service. You have the Gita Bhagavad Gita with you. Let me go to Bhagavad Gita and show that line to both of you. In that also try to find out Bhagavad Gita in your this thing. Second chapter, 39th verse. I'll show you the base. Then it's slow here. Anyway, you have Bhagavad Gita? Yeah. See that Bhagavad Gita. Second chapter, 39th verse. Open the purport. See that there is one line which says that Krishna Sankhya and Devati Kapila Sankhya are one and the same. Got it? They are one and the same. After few lines, it is described that they are both different. Got it? Saw? Yeah. Try to find out. Yes, this Sankhya has nothing to do with atheistic current topic. Okay. Next, after some time, read what is there.
Therefore, Lord Krishna Sankhya and Lord Kapila Sankhya, as described in the Bhagavatam, are one and the same.
And then go further. Yes.
Of course, atheistic Sankhya Yoga has nothing to do with the Bhakti Yoga. Yet the unintelligent claim that the atheistic Sankhya Yoga is referred to in the Bhagavad Gita.
Yes, go further. And then he says, even the current subject has nothing to do with Krishna's Sankhya, the Kapila's Devati Kapila Sankhya. Yeah, you'll find, just see, both are there. Read the entire purport, you will find it.
This atheist Sankhya, what he explained the root is nature.
Pradhana.
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 You wanted to read from
Just read for yourself and find out. There is another reason of why I am asking to read the entire purport. Because tomorrow we are going to do exercise on this purport. Not this purport, other purport. Yes, you find out.
Real Sankhya philosophy is described by Lord Kapila and the Srimad Bhagavatam. But even that Sankhya has nothing to do with the karma.
Yes, even that Sankhya has nothing to do with current topic. You see that Srimad Bhagavatam? You got it? Therefore, Lord Krishna, Sankhya and Lord Kapila them are one and the same. Okay, you got this one line. And then you see the real Sankhya philosophy is described by Kapila in Srimad Bhagavatam, but even that Sankhya has nothing to do with the current topic. Hey, what is this? They are all one and the same. They are Bhakti Yoga. The three Sankhyas. Atheistic Kapila Sankhya, Krishna Sankhya, and devotee Sankhya.
What I understood is like the Krishna Sankhya, he hadn't concluded yet after enlightenment.
Whatever it is something. You see, one place it described, real Sankhya philosophy is described by Lord Kapila and Srimad Bhagavatam. But even that Sankhya has nothing to do with the current topics. Current topics means Krishna Sankhya. Okay. Here Sankhya means analytical description of body and soul. Lord Krishna made an analytical description of soul just to bring Arjuna to the point of Buddhi Yoga or Bhakti Yoga. Therefore, Lord Krishna Sankhya and Kapila Sankhya as described in Bhagavatam are one and the same. Nothing to do and one and the same. What is this? One place it is nothing to do, another place it is?
It is same
Because it is Bhakti. So, Jnana Mishra Bhakti is also Bhakti and Shuddha Bhakti is also Bhakti. But at the same time there is difference. Got it? So, all Zoom devotees got it? Yes, that marking has been done. Yeah, go further, mark that also, you'll find. Now, there is a big problem among the modern scholars and even many scholars of Vaishnava schools. They think that what atheistic Kapila spoke, that is what is spoken by Krishna in the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita. And what Patanjali spoke, Krishna spoke in the sixth chapter of Bhagavad Gita. What Jaimini spoke as Karamimamsa, Krishna spoke in the third and the fifth chapter of Bhagavad Gita. No. Krishna spoke devotional Sankhya, whereas Kapila, atheistic Kapila spoke which Sankhya? Atheistic Sankhya. Now, when Krishna spoke yoga in the sixth chapter, what yoga Krishna spoke? Devotional yoga, not Ashtanga yoga. That is why he says, Ma Manuspara Yuddhacha, and then he says, Vyavaram Ma Manusparam, Om Ityekaksharam Brahma Vyavaram Ma Manusparam. When you are chanting Om, you think of me. Sixth chapter. So, don't get confused. When Krishna speaks yoga, it is not the same as Patanjali yoga system. Patanjali is atheist. Patanjali is yoga system is atheism. Kapila's yoga system, atheistic Kapila's yoga system is atheistic. Krishna's Sankhya is not atheistic. Karma, Krishna, he spoke karma yoga, whereas Karma Mimamsa is only known as karma. There is a difference between Sankhya and Sankhya yoga. There is a difference between Ashtanga and Ashtanga yoga. There is a difference between karma and karma yoga. What Krishna spoke in the Bhagavad Gita is Sankhya yoga, karma yoga, and Ashtanga yoga or dhyana yoga. Whereas these three, they spoke just Sankhya, yoga, and karma. It is not yoga. The moment you say yoga, it means you are connected with Vishnu. That is the reason you see there is a one-line paragraph. Atheistic Sankhya yoga has nothing to do with Bhakti yoga. Yet the unintelligent claim that the atheistic Sankhya is referred to in Bhagavad Gita. So, big problem. Atheistic Sankhya, atheistic Kapila, and his disciple atheistic Asuri. Theistic Sankhya, theistic Kapila, and his disciple theistic Asuri. Name of the philosopher is the same. Name of the philosophy is the same. Name of his disciple is also same. Naturally there will be confusion, na? Huh? Naturally there will be confusion because philosopher name is same, philosophy's name is same, and disciple's name is also same. So it's a big problem here. But their philosophy is totally different. Exactly opposite to each other.
His father name is not given.
Father name was that is why we say Devati Kapila. You remember just when I said Devati Kapila, because we identify more by mother because he had more affection for the mother. Father went away. Childhood.
This atheistic Kapila's mother or father not given.
I don't know, it's not given. Good, it is not given. Hope it is not Devati and Kardamana. Okay? Somebody has a question. Vandana Mata, please. Ask. You don't have to raise your hand and just on and then ask question because I cannot see who is raising hand, who is not raising hand because it's hybrid, isn't it? Hybrid model. Yeah, speak.
Hare Krishna Balaji, Dandavana. So I'm just clarifying that there are three Sankhya philosophies: theistic, atheistic, and Krishna Sankhya philosophy.
Yes.
Theistic for devotee Sankhya philosophy, and atheistic someone else who had same name, same philosophy, who worked on that.
Wow.
And Krishna philosophy that we have cleared just by the purport of 2.39.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay. Thank you, Balaji.
Yeah.
Maharaj, just wanted to ask, the existing Sankhya has the conclusion of the Pradhan at the source, and the existing Kapila's Sankhya has the conclusion for devotional service. So where does the Krishna Sankhya conclude?
So, Krishna Sankhya is only limited to the distinction between body and soul. So, he doesn't reject the existence of soul, of God. Rather, he just talks about the distinction of body and soul, that's all. Whereas this Sankhya, of atheistic Sankhya, he says Pradhana is everything. Pradhana is everything. That is the problem.
So
He also verbally accepted Vedas.
Who?
Atheistic Kapila. Like this.
Yes. That is what we are discussing. All the 6 systems of philosophy, they all accept Veda as pramana. That is why they are called theistic. Though atheistic, we call them theistic. Why? Because they accept Vedas. Simple. Got it? Ah. Yes.
The book, Sankhya-Karika Ishvara Krishna, is commentary from like an atheist or theist perspective.
Atheistic only, because he is giving commentary. He has to follow Guru, isn't it?
Atheist.
Atheistic. Yeah, atheist, not theistic, atheistic.
All these books are like atheist perspective.
Yes, all the books which are mentioned in the very first paragraph, they are all atheistic. That is Sankhya-Karika of Ishvara Krishna, Gaudapada's Bhashya, Vachaspati Mishra's Tattva Kaumudi, and Vijnana Bhikshu Sankhya Pravachana Bhashya, and Mathara's Mathara Vritti. They are all atheistic. And now, unfortunately, in the Western world, in the libraries, these are the textbooks for people in the West to study Vedic philosophy.
Not Bhagavad.
Yes. No, not Bhagavad. Yes. Unfortunately, this is what is propagated as Sankhya.
They intentionally doing it.
Yeah, that's how the whole game plan of the British was to destroy people's faith in the Puranas and the Itihasas. So, by propagating these atheistic things, they destroy the Hindu faith. By telling to the world and telling to all the people that this is what is your faith is all about. You are going and worshipping in the temple. This is what Veda says. You should not do all these things. If you are a Hindu, you should not do all these things. You should not worship God. You should not do bhakti. Maximum you can do yajna. Then only you can become Hindu. So real Hindu is one who does only yajnas and then just studies these philosophies. One who chants Hare Krishna, worship the deity, Kirtan. It is all not Hinduism. So the British made this Brahma Samaj and Nari Samaj. Now you got it?
The Arya Samaj is British made.
British made. So that all India can become atheistic and they can become Christians very easily. And even till today, if somebody wants to be converted into Hinduism, Arya Samaj should give a stamp.
Somebody else.
Suppose somebody in the West, they want to say, I want to become a Hindu. So how will you become? By going to Arya Samaj, they'll get a certificate that you have become Hindu. And they are the most atheistic people in the entire existence. Because they reject Puranas, they reject Bhagavatam, they reject deity worship. They accept only the 4 Vedas, no Puranas. They say it's all cock and bull stories. Yes?
Imagine Krishna spoke Sankhya to Uddhav in Bhagavatam.
Yeah, that is pure devotional service. That is all, and everything is included in that. He speaks all kinds of bhakti, everything. Pure devotional service. Yeah.
Yes, Maharaji.
Okay.
And there he is considering from the bodies till he is considering to himself.
Yes. Yes.
And then he only remains.
Yeah. Now let's go for the further aspect of the Sankhya is atheistic. Maharishi Kapila says in his book, Ishvara Siddhe. Ishvara Siddhe means God's existence has never been proved. Mukta Baddhayor Anyatra Bhavam Na Tat Siddhihi. God is either free from matter or imprisoned by matter. Nothing more can be said of him. God is free from matter. So it doesn't matter whether he is God or not. And if he is imprisoned by matter, anyhow, he is no more God anymore. So what is the use? Ishvara Siddhehe, it has got another meaning which says God is immaterial. Whether he is there or not there, it doesn't matter to us. Why are you talking about him? He is, even though he is there, he is as good as not there. So why at all discuss? Atheists say God is not there. But Sankhya says don't even talk about him. Who is a bigger atheist? At least atheistic people say, they want to prove God is not there, God is not there. And he says, why are you talking about him? Why are you talking about him? It's not required only. If he is there, he is as good as not being there. If he is not there, also not there, no problem. Why are you talking about him? Don't talk about him at all. That is the mood of atheistic Kapilas. Now, God is free from matter or imprisoned by matter. What more? What more may be said of him? If God is liberated, then no one can know about him. Huh? If God is imprisoned by matter, no, he is not God at all. This is directly from Bhaktivinoda Thakur's Tattva Vivek. This section I copied from there. Because Bhaktivinoda Thakur is very comical in presenting his logic. See, logic should be presented in a very comical way. Otherwise, it is too much. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur is very expert. Very smoothly, very gravely presents all his comedies. Logically, he presents them. He makes a fool out of them by writing his words. He says, if God is imprisoned by matter, is no more God. To explain this passage, the commentator Vijnana Bhikshu, he says, what does he say? Nanvevam Ishvara Pratipadaka Shrutinam Kagatis Tatraha. Now, what is the meaning of Veda passage that asserts the existence of God? In Kapila Sutras, the explanation is given. Muktatmanaha Prashamsa. The description of God in Vedas are actually only the praises or worship of liberated souls. Actually, when the God is being praised in the Vedas, somebody may ask, you say there is no God, but there are so many praises about God. Actually, those praises are not of God. They are all liberated souls being praised.
So what does the liberated soul mean?
Liberated soul means one who has understood I am not this body. Purusha and Prakriti are two different from each other. There are 4 chapters in Sankhya Sutras. Number 1 talks about Purusha. Number 2 talks about Prakriti. Number 3 talks about Prakriti and Purusha come together. Number 4, how to get out of, how to separate each other. Purusha here means soul, not God. Pradhana, Purusheshwara, Patir, Gunesha, they don't discuss about God. For them, Purusha means who? Soul.
But this seems very incomplete explanation of all existence.
But they have explained it as if it is complete. That's called Sankhya. Then why you talk about God? And they give any examples for it. Blind man and lame man. What is it? Blind man, lame man got together. What did they do? The lame man directs the blind. The lame man got on top of the blind man, on his shoulders. And the lame man is telling the blind man, go here, go here, go here, there. Work is done, isn't it? Why you require third person? Number 2, magnet and iron. Magnet and? Do you require any third person to get attraction? Number 3, camel and camphor. Camel and? See, camel is carrying the camphor on top of it. Why you require a third person? Beetle and redness. You know beetle? Beetle leaf. What do you call in Hindi? Pan. And you put and chew, what happens? Redness comes. 4 examples they give. If you know these 4 examples and how to refute them, you know Sankhya and also how to refute Sankhya. Betel leaf, you chew it, redness. First example, what is that? Blind man and? How do you refute it? Very nice that you gave example, blind man, lame man. But in your philosophy, Prakriti is unconscious, Purusha is conscious. But the example you gave of blind man and lame man, both are conscious. So, rejected. Magnet and iron. In your philosophy, Purusha is conscious, Prakriti is unconscious. But the example what you gave is what?
Unconscious.
Okay. Now you gave the third example, camel and camphor. You are able to see camel and camphor, but somebody has put the camphor on top of the camel. It is not that the camel only put it on top of it. Said no. Fourth example, beetle and yeah. Somebody chewed, then only redness came, na? Not that you keep in the beetle leaf and look at it and meditate on it and it becomes red. No. Somebody chewed. Who chewed? Who is the person who is chewing them? To get the redness. It is Krishna. And one more famous example Srila Prabhupada always gives is scorpion and rice. See, rice scorpion is coming out. No, rice scorpion is not born out rice because you kept the rice bag like that. Many scorpions laid the eggs there. So scorpion is not coming from rice, coming from the egg which was laid by a scorpion. Sankhya class over. If you know this is enough. Okay? Where did we go there? So the descriptions of God in the Veda. In this way, Sankhya, I'm continuing the whole thing. In this way, Sankhya philosophy affirms God does not exist. So this is the conclusion. Now, Garude means Garuda Purana, he says, Kim karishyati sankhena kim yoge naranayaka muktim michasi rajendra guru govinda kirtanam. In the Garuda Purana it is said, what is the use of Sankhya? What is the use of yoga? O king, if you desire liberation, do go in the kirtan. Now comes the atheistic Sankhya summarized. Atheistic Sankhya summarized. Okay, very powerful paragraph which talks about Sankhya. If you want somebody ask you what is atheistic Sankhya, just repeat this paragraph. So somebody from our internet or what is Zoom can read it so that we have an understanding of atheistic Sankhya. Please read.
According to the Samkhya, there are really two fundamental entities, the Pralan of Prakriti, the material principle, and the Purusha, the soul. Prakriti undergoes transformation. The Purusha is an essence unaffected. The 25 entities of the Samkhya, from the enumeration of which the system derives its name, consist of primordial matter, Mula Prakriti, Mahat, mistaken, egoism, ahankara, the 5 subtle elements, Pancha, mantra, the 5 organs of senses, the 5 organs of action, the mind, which is the organ of both sense and action, the 5 principles of gross matter, and the soul, Purusha. Of these, the first is the pure essence of matter, in the sense that it is not the effect of any other cause, but is the cause of all the other material principles. The next groups in the series consisting of the 7 categories from Mahat to the 5 subtle elements are related to one another as cause and effect, each being the cause of the following entity. They are therefore both cause and effect. The 5 principles of gross matters are not the cause of any other entity. They are merely effect. Purusha or the soul is eternal and unchangeable. It is neither the cause of nor the effect of anything. Primordial matter, Prakriti, is constituted of the three qualities, Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. The state of equilibrium of these three qualities is Prakriti. The qualities, gunas, are material and transformable. The whole world is the transformation of the qualities. The central quality is happiness itself. It is light and illuminating. Its function is equable, santa. The Rajas quality is made of misery and is active. Its function is terrible, lower. The quality of tamas is stupefied. It is heavy and suppressive. Its function is irrational, muha. Although thus mutually opposed, they cooperate with one another and thus produce the world. The world is thus full of pleasure, pain, and ignorance. Pleasure and pain are the qualities of the principles of discrimination, mahata, buddhi, of matter and not of the soul. These qualities of the material intelligence are reflected in the soul. The soul is eternal, free from the material qualities, self-conscious, richness, active, different from matter and ready in number. The material property is the actual principle, which is itself unconscious, but moving by the proximity of the soul. The soul is liberated when this relationship with the material principle is recognized by him. Such recognition leads the soul to dissociate itself from Prakriti. This is the Saurabha and is called Bhakti, or liberation.
Okay. So what is, you read, when you read this, you feel that, oh, I know all these things, isn't it? And the Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 26th chapter. Huh?
This atheistic,
Who can say what is the difference between Kapila's 3rd canto, 26th chapter, and what is atheistic Kapila saying?
he's agree on this eternal. Atheistic is accepting ether as an element.
Here Sankhyas, they accept ether as an element. Yes, this is one development. That they accept earth, water, fire, air, ether, and 5 tanmatras, 5 that is panchendriyas, gyanendriyas, karmendriyas, 20.
It is almost similar.
Almost similar, but exactly opposite. Why? Who can tell that? Yes.
One thing which you can identify is the 5 principles of gross matter are not the cause of any other entity. In the Bhagavatam, we see actually that from the different.
There is one most important thing.
The question starts with the explanation of energy of Krishna.
Okay. Okay. You heard about Pradhana transforming into Mahat Tattva, Mahat Tattva transforming into Ahankara or Tamasa Buddhi. And Ahankara, when it is projected through mode of goodness, mind and devatas are manifest. When Ahankara is projected to mode of passion, 5 knowledge gaining senses, 5 working senses are manifest. When Ahankara is projected through mode of ignorance, the 5 Panchamahabhutas and the Tanmatras are manifest. That we all know. But what is the thing which transforms one stage to other stage? From one stage to other stage, there is a transformation. What is the thing?
Transformation happens after
That's of the Lord.
In what way? Which Lord? Lord in the form of what? Yes. But in this Sankhya, they don't accept time as beyond the 24 elements.
Atheistic Sankhya don't accept time.
Time as transcendental to the 24 elements. They accept time to be the interaction of elements. This is where atheism, subtle atheism starts. When you don't accept time as, yes. They see time as what? Not a separate element beyond the 24 elements. They say, oh, it's just interaction, that's all. No, no, it's not something separate. But we accept time as energy of Krishna. That is a fundamental difference. And somehow these Mayavadis, they also got into the same trap of Sankhyats. Not accepting time as energy of Krishna is the beginning of atheism. You see, in every phase, tamasascha vikurvanat bhagavat virya choditat. Just for example, every verse it comes, bhagavat virya choditat, bhagavat virya choditat. Open 3rd canto, 26th chapter, 32, 2, 3, 26, 32. Zoom devotees. 3, 26, 32 from Veda base. Trying to do that. Third canto, 26th chapter, 32nd verse. What is there? Bhagavat virya choditat. What is it? What is the meaning of Bhagavat virya choditat? Impelled by. What is that energy? Time. Bhagavat virya cha uditaha. Bhagavat virya choditaha. Impelled by the energy of. What happens? Tamasat cha vikurvanat. It transforms. Virya chodita, Bhagavat virya choditat. Shabdamatram abhut tasmat nabha shotram tu shabdakam. When egoism or in mode of ignorance or egoism in ignorance or tamasa buddhi, agitated by sex energy, time energy actually, it is not sex energy. Bhagavad Virya, Virya has been translated as sex, actually it is time energy of the Lord. The subtle element, sound is manifest, and from sound comes sky. From sky comes, sound comes ether. From ether comes air. No. Ether comes. What do you do with air? Earth, water, fire, air. Touch. Touch comes air. From air comes form. Form comes like that, in this way. Okay, got it? So the distinction between the process of creation explained by atheistic Sankhya and the process of creation explained by Devotee Sankhya is what? Acceptance of time as energy of the Lord, which impels the transformation to happen. Time is external to the 24 elements. When you talk of time, when you talk of death, those who are afraid of your talk on death, they are atheist. You tell anything and don't talk about death. You tell anything but don't talk of death.
Why they are afraid?
The thing you don't want to hear about, you are having fear about it. Fear means what you don't want to hear.
Means they are not certain where they will go after this.
No. They don't want to accept it by nature. You don't want to hear about him. You don't like it.
Like a sentimental person saying,
Yeah.
don't talk
That
about
is their weak point.
That is a weak point. So that is why atheistic people atheism starts from fear. And those who are afraid, those who are fearful, they close their eyes. and from reality. The first reality which is manifest of absolute reality is first manifestation in this world is time. How can you perceive God in this world? As time. And they want to close their eyes. No, I don't want to see the truth. So that means you want to be atheist. So atheism means actually it is not that you don't accept God. You want to close your eyes towards reality. That is called atheism. Like a cat. Have you seen it? A cat is coming. It closes its eyes and thinks nobody is looking at me. You close your eyes and think that nobody is looking at you. There is no God. You don't want to see Him. That is the problem. That is Sankhya. Okay? So let us go in the notes, back to the notes. Creation according to Sankhya. Creation according to Sankhya. So we spoke about Armavada. That will be more clear when you hear this particular thing. Sankhya theory of cause and effect. Satkaryavada means what? The effect exists in its cause prior to its production or manifestation, number one. Asatkaryavada means the effect does not exist in the cause prior to its manifestation. It is also called Arambhavada, which means the doctrine of origin of effects. Now, I'll give you examples to make you understand what is the distinction between Satkaryavada and Asatkaryavada. Asatkaryavada means the Nyaya Vaisheshikas and Buddhists accept this philosophy, saying that as soon as the effect manifests, the cause is gone. Cause ceases to exist. So, you heard about one philosophy called just be in the present, Prabhu. Just be in the present. Forget about your past. Forget about your future. Be in the present. This is atheism.
It's a
Buddhist, just be in the present. And all the motivational talks are based on be in the present.
Here and now.
Huh?
Be here and now.
And here and now. Yes, be here and now. The power of now. All atheism. All motivational talks are atheism. I went to give a class many years back in one college. No, it was one corporate company. So I was introduced. We have a very wonderful motivational speaker from. Then I was laughing to myself. I was supposed to speak on something else, but I spoke more than half an hour on what I'm not supposed to speak. So the talk was on something, Bhagavad Gita and management or something. I told. So I'm very happy to be here. But I'm very sorry at the same time for all of you that I've been introduced to you as a motivational speaker. And I asked, how many of you are motivated looking at me? Shaved my head. You spend thousands of rupees to maintain your hair. I am shaved person. You are spending so much of money on your children, on your daughters and your sons to make them graduates and postgraduates, engineers and doctors. I gave up my degree. What kind of motivation I can give all of you? Actually, I'm very sorry to say I came here so that I can devoteate you. I can devoteate you. So I can demotivate you. I'm here to demotivate you from all your useless endeavors. So the motivation talks which are given are actually nothing but what? Be present now. Be here. So this is called Arambhavada. Everything is a beginning only. There is no past. And there is no future also, because you just exist in the present. Now there is Satkarivada. The example which they give is the bark. The dog is barking. That doesn't mean the bark was present in the dog. The seed and the tree, these are the examples which they give. But Sankhya, they say, how can non-existence can come into existence? Non-existence can come into existence. Like you have peanuts. You crush the peanut, what comes? Oil comes out. Why the oil came out? Because the oil was present in the... No, the seed is so small. Where is the tree inside the seed? How did the tree come out of the seed? Yes, the Sankhya is the answer, saying that the tree came out from the seed because the tree was present in the seed in a potential form. The bark of the dog had the potency to bark. So the effect is in the cause in a potential form. So that is how one development happened from Nyaya Vaisheshikas to Sankhya. What is the development? From Asatkarivada to Satkarivada, and accepting the ether as an element, accepting ether as an element. These are the two major developments from Nyaya Vaisheshikas to Sankhya. Okay? Yeah, you can ask Mataji, please. Deva Sreshta Nitai Das. Please ask Prabhuji. Yeah.
As you told that anybody forward is about motivation, they all are
Not able to hear. And your voice also not clear. I think you felt bad when I said that motivation speakers are all atheists.
Mataji, what was the second point from Nyaya Vaisheshika to Sankhya?
The second point is accepting ether as a element.
And the first point, Mataji?
From Asatkarivada to Satkarivada. Accepting that the cause has to be inherently be present, the effect has to be inherently present in the cause.
This is what Sankhya is saying.
Sankhya.
So it is similar.
Yes, that's the development, similar. But Shankara disproves it in one way, because Satkarivada is not so favorable for Mayavad. It's not very favorable to Mayavad. That is the reason Shankara refutes the Sankhya, saying that how can you say that? I give you a bunch of cotton, and by cotton thread is made, fine. But a thread is made into a cloth. Thread is made into a cloth. Now how can you say the cloth was in the thread? He has his own arguments. We will not get into that argument. But we are okay with the Sankhyaites in accepting the philosophy of which? Satkaryavada. That is why you go in the next section, in the next thing. Sankhya philosophy accepts Satkaryavada view of causation. Vivartavada, cause into an effect by apparent. It is apparent only, it is not real. That is called Vivartavada. And Parinamvada, real transformation, that is cause into an effect, that is Sankhya philosophy. And our philosophy is also same. But what we accept? Transformation of the energy of Krishna. You remember yesterday in the class? Not yesterday? Yesterday, yeah. Morning class. I told, what is our Vada? Shakti Parinama Vada. So Sankhyites accept this philosophy. Prakriti Parinamavada. Sankhya's philosophy is what? Prakriti Parinama. Ours is, and Mayavadi's is Vivarta Vada. Got it? 3 Vadas. Yes, somebody from the Zoom, they wanted to ask something and then I spoke in between.
Yes, Maharaj.
Yeah.
Maharaj, so मेरे क्वेश्चन ये था कि कृष्ण ने 2.47 में इससे बड़ा कर्माण्यवाद था तो आपको इसी पता है. So यहाँ पे उसको लिमिट करने के लिए माना जाता है कि फ्यूचर में क्या होगा इसमें सोचो मत. Be brilliant and fight. So वहाँ पे इसको सांस्कृतिक कैसे रिलेशन कर सकते हैं?
Can anybody repeat what he spoke? I could not understand. Anybody understood here, sitting here? थोड़ा धीरे धीरे बोलिए ना प्रभु जी. आप बहुत फास्ट बोल रहे थे, इधर कुछ आवाज़ बराबर, आपका माइक बराबर नहीं लगता है, तो इसकी वजह से आप थोड़ा सा बताएंगे वापस. आ रहा है लेकिन कुछ फटाफटा आ रहा है. हाँ अभी ठीक है, थोड़ा सा ठीक है. हाँ अभी बोलिए.
कृष्णा अर्जुन को जैसे कहते हैं कि कर्माण्यवादिता से महाफल इसको पता चले.
बराबर. हाँ.
So one goes to be present and you just fight and think upon weak, think to weak and अभी फ्यूचर में क्या होगा, क्या होगा उसके बारे में आप सोचो मत. तो इसमें फिर ऐसा तो नहीं कि वो सामने के लिए बोल रहे कृष्णा यार.
आपका ये अनुवाद कहाँ से लेके आए? ये श्लोक का अनुवाद आपने बताया, ये कहाँ से लेके आप? न्याय वैशेषिकों का अनुवाद है. मेंटल स्पेकुलेशन का अनुवाद है. दिस वर्स हैज गॉट 4 points. कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्मफल हेतुर्भु माते संकोत्स्व कर्मणि. First point, karmani eva adhikaraste means what? You have the right or adhikar only to do karma. Only to do karma. You don't have the adhikar over the result. But he did not say don't worry about the result. Adhikar is different, worry is different. If you don't worry for the result, how will you do karma? Like for example, Srila Prabhupada started this movement, but he did not worry about how many books can be distributed. Book छापो, distribute हुआ तो ठीक है, नहीं हो तो हुआ. Prabhupada thought like that, what? Huh? No, it is foolishness. Don't worry about result. Tell a mother, don't worry about your child. Chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Krishna will take care. Gitas are depression, coming out of depression. See, the word which has been used is adhikar. Karmani eva adhikaraste. You have the right. The word, English word right is also not the proper word for adhikar. You are supposed to do, you have the adhikar means, adhikar को क्या बोलेंगे हिंदी में?
Qualification.
Qualification. That's also not proper.
Right.
Okay, right, qualification, oh, understood, carry on. That means something which you are supposed to do. Which you have to do, there is no way, there is no alternative. Prescribed duty, yeah, prescribed duty. So you have the right or you are supposed to do your karma. But the result, you don't have the adhikar over it. Like, to be very gross, you go to a employer and you say that I want a job. The employer says to you that we follow Bhagavad Gita. You say, yes, I am also devotee, I also follow Bhagavad Gita. And the employer says, our motto is Karmanyavadhikarasti ma phaleshu kadachana. And you say, yes. You work hard for 1 month and after 1 month you come, give me my salary. Say, तुम्हारा अधिकार केवल कर्म करने में है, तुम्हारे सैलरी के ऊपर नहीं है. It is not over your salary. Something like that. So you are supposed to do your karma and you have adhikar to do karma. And the result, you don't have the adhikar over it. Ma phaleshu kadachana. Why? Because you are not the ma karma phala hetu. Your phala is not dependent, or your result is not dependent on you. Capacity, yeah, in one sense capacity. That capacity for you to work is given by me, and the result is also given by me. Then why I should work if I don't have the right or adhikar over the result? And the result is also not because of I doing. But what then I should do? Still you should do, because you are supposed to work for purification of the heart. Don't be attached to non-working. You have to work. Why you have to work? Yoginaha karma kurvanti sangam tektvatma shuddhayet. So mother has to perform her duties to take care of the children. Why? For her purification. When you do karma as an offering to Krishna, it purifies your heart. So taking anxiety to raise your children is part of karma. It is not that फल का चिंता मत करो. अरे फल का चिंता मत करो कैसे? One devotee asked me, Prabhuji, you always sit in the meeting, you have so many targets and that. Oh, you are very professional. You are not devotional. Then I told, you want a professional devotion or some crazy devotional? Prabhupada wanted a professional devotion, isn't it? That means you have to measure things. You cannot be just saying that, okay, everything okay, jo hua, cha hua, whatever has happened. No. That is all atheism. Okay? So I have the proper, think of now, forget about the past. Think of now. Okay. Now, the same point which I have explained, they give 5 reasons for it. They are little. Yes.
Can you briefly summarize that Shakti Parinamavad and Prakriti Parinamavad and Vrindavana?
Okay, number 1. Since you are talking about Sankhya, we will talk about Prakriti Parinamavad. Prakriti means material nature transforms in itself into this world. And still the Prakriti will be as it is. That is what is the argument they are given by the Sankhyas. And now the question was raised that why Prakriti has to transform? Because of association of Purusha. There the Purusha means what? Soul. So because of the soul's association, the Prakriti transformed into this world. This is called Prakriti Parinamvad. Now there is one more Parinamvad by the Mayavadis called as Brahma Parinamvad. Brahman became this world and now the Brahman doesn't exist. And there is no transformation in Brahman. No. This is also one of the Parinamvad. Now they had a problem because Brahman cannot transform, so then he came to Vivartavad. No, it is not actually transformation, it is illusion. Like the rope, snake. Rope, snake. Snake, rope is there, but the rope created an illusion of snake. So Brahman created an illusion called this world. That is why this Jagat Mithya. So what happened is, Prakriti Parinamvad, Prakriti in itself cannot transform. So Mayavadis, they explained Brahman has transformed in this world. Then the problem came is that Brahman cannot be transformed. Brahman is non-transformable. That is what the scripture says. So they said Brahma Vivartavad. Brahman did not transform. What happened? It created a illusion called this world. That is why this world is Mithya. So now what is the solution? So the solution lies in our philosophy. What is that? There is Krishna. Krishna has potencies. Krishna doesn't transform, but the potencies of Krishna transform. That is called Shakti Parinamvad. Clear?
Yes.
Yeah. So there are 5 arguments which the Sankhyas give. I have covered this almost in my talk. Those who are really interested, what is the argument given by the Sankhyas for this particular reason, that there is all there. It says asat karanatvat and upadana grahanata and sarva sambhava bhavat and sakya karanat. These are the, and karana bhavat. These are the 5 reasons which they give for explaining their philosophy. So those of you who are interested, they can study. Otherwise, you can just skip, because you already got the essential arguments which they give, and in my talk itself. Now, the process of evolution of the universe, according to Sankhya. So can somebody read this particular paragraph? Yeah. The process of the evolution of the universe.
The process of the evolution of the universe. According to Sankhya, the entire world evolves from the interaction of Prakriti with Purusha. 2 questions yet arise. How can 2 such different and opposing principles cooperate? What is the interest that inspires them to interact with one another? Sankhya replies that just as a blind man and a lame man can cooperate with each other in order to get out of a forest, by the lame man's guiding while the blind man carries him, so do non-intelligent Prakriti and inactive Purusha combine with each other and cooperate to serve their purpose. What is their purpose? Prakriti requires the presence of Purusha in order to be known or appreciated, and Purusha requires the help of Prakriti in order to distinguish itself from Prakriti and thereby realize liberation.
So one example which I already given, that is blind man and lame man. So now this Prakriti and Purusha, they become interdependent, like a blind man and lame man. So why Prakriti requires Purusha? Because Prakriti is unconscious, Purusha is conscious. Prakriti is unconscious, Purusha is conscious. And Purusha is what? He is not all-pervading. Prakriti is what? All-pervading. So, for Prakriti to know that I am all-pervading, he requires whom? Purusha. And Purusha is now bound by Prakriti, because Prakriti wanted to know himself. And to get delivered, what does Purusha want? Prakriti. In this way, both become interdependent, and after interdependence, we get frustrated and get divorced. And that is called liberation. And what happens to Purusha after liberation? No description. There are 2 opinions. One says the Purusha will remain as Purusha. One Purusha remains as Purusha till the time again Prakriti comes and then becomes bound. And the other opinion is Purusha doesn't exist anymore, because he gets bound. If he is there, he gets bound. So that led to a kind of another atheism, Gas atheism, Sankhyas. That became, in the Western world, many philosophers accepted this. Sankhya became the atheistic understanding of atheistic Sankhya. Now Purusha is gone. So now the refutation part is left. There are 9 points, but I have given you one notes which contains the Bhagavatam verses also. That file is known as what? Sankhya Refuted. You got the file, all of you? Sankhya Refuted. This has got the Bhagavatam verses. In the student knows, it doesn't have Bhagavatam verses, that's all. There's only those sutras. So in the afternoon, we'll try to do refutation of Sankhya and yoga, both. So you have this. You remember which sutras from Vedanta Sutra? 2 to 1 to 10. 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. Now I gave you one more notes. That is directly Baladev Vidyabhushan Prabhu's commentary. Govinda Bhashya. That I have given to you as Sankhya. VS, Vedanta Sutra. Baladev Vidyabhushan Prabhu's Vedanta Sutra. I have given 3 sutras, commentary to 3 sutras. Commentary to 3 sutras. That is 2, 1, 1 to 3. And if you do 2, 2, 1 to 10, all the Vedanta Sutras, it will be like a complete section on 7 days Katha on Sankhya Sutras, it will be too much. That's the reason I did not touch Vedanta Sutra, because you have Vedanta Sutra, you have Vishaya, and then Samshaya, then you have Purapaksha, there is Siddhanta, there is Sangati. There are 5 aspects of presentation of Vedanta Sutra. If you see this particular this thing, that is Sankhya VS, that is Vedanta Sutras, you see Vishaya, what is the subject? Then after the subject is mentioned, then you go down. You have the, so much Vishaya is there, Vedanta Sutra. Anyway, where is it gone? Anyway, evening we are going to discuss this thing. Samshaya, you got Samshaya? Down. And then you have Purapaksha. Samshaya Purapaksha. Then Siddhanta. And Siddhanta starts here. Siddhanta starts here. And then there is, ultimately there is Sangati, that is culmination of Sutra. Therefore, there is no fault in Sankhya Smriti. This is called Sangati. Anyhow, after we are going to do that, just to give you a small. That's okay. So we'll meet in the afternoon, and then at 2:30 we'll continue another part of
Recording stopped.
Hare Krishna. Yes, you can ask.
I think in the first session you mentioned that we saw.
Mike, they are hearing this still. No, it's still going. It's there.
So, in the first session, you mentioned that the saying that all these acharyas of all these atheistic philosophies are actually not atheists. Like you mentioned,
Not atheist, yes. Yeah, like Shankara. Shankaracharya is not atheist.
Like you said, Shankara, but it was certain purpose why they needed to propound this philosophy. Yes. So we know all about Shankara's purpose.
Yeah.
But what is the purpose of others?
See, the conditioned state of consciousness is of different varieties, not all same. So those who are conditioned in a gross way, you require atomic theory. You require gross. The grosser the conditioning, the grosser the philosophy should be. So Mayavad is actually, what is it? Encapsulating all the others. Yes, come on. So when it takes a grosser form, it is called Nyaya Vaisheshika. When it takes more subtler, it becomes Sankhya. When it becomes more religious, it becomes Karma Mimamsa. When it becomes too gross, that's called modern science. When it takes a social form, that becomes social work. Isn't it? But everything is in that. Like a spring. When you compress it, all atheism compressed is called zip file, Mayavad. Because Mayavad is expression of your envy to Krishna. You say Krishna is a product of Maya. Why Mayavad is called Mayavad? No. Mayavad is called Mayavad because Ishvara is a product of Maya. The philosophy which says Ishvara is a product of Maya is called Maya. Brahman, when it is affected by Maya, it takes the form of Rama, Krishna, Narasimha, Vamana. And that is the highest expression of your envy. And other things are all not so, they are the grosser forms of this. And one of the small aspects of it. Okay, so we stop here. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Maharaj, I just wanted to check with you, written that the philosophy of the six sections is in the Srimad Bhagavatam. And you said that it was present in the pure form, and then later on when Ramadas became corrupted, then it took this vicious form in the notes.
Yes. In the pure form means, like you have Nyaya in Bhagavatam. Don't you have many examples in Bhagavatam? Don't you have logic in Bhagavatam? Isn't it? But when this logic has been seen as an independent system, then that becomes corrupted. Like Vaisheshika is there in Bhagavatam. Krishna's Visheshas are described. One form of Krishna is distinct from other form of Krishna. One devotee's mode is distinct with other devotee's mode. One object is having a distinction from other object. Distinctions are there, but when you see the distinctions, Visheshas, independent, as an independent system, then that is the problem. Sankhya is there in Bhagavatam, but when you see Sankhya independent of Krishna, that's Maya. What is the definition of Maya according to the Chatushloki? Anything which is independent of Krishna. Rithet artham na pratiyechatmani tam vidhyadatmano mayam. In the same way, the philosophy, the formula of definition of Maya applies to philosophy also. When you see Nyaya in Bhagavatam, is there. But when you see it independent of Krishna in Bhagavatam, then that is atheism. Got it?
Yes, Maharaj. So the six sages actually saw it in the way we are taught in the Sankhya philosophy, but Srimad Bhagavatam gives us the pure form. That's what you mean.
Yes. Okay. Stop. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.